Hello and welcome. I'm going to be doing a guide. This one is going to be on how to make the best defense. So, literally, get your basics. Okay, so you can either, for the best defense, you want to either run a lance or a gun lance. Usually something what can block, so either these two, which have the best block. Sword and shield has a good block. And a greatsword can block. Those are the main ones. Or the only ones. I'm running lance because I'm more used to it. Okay, so we're looking for defense boost. Highest defense we can possibly get. So if I look there, it's got ice attack. Not going to be helpful for a defense build. Okay, here's where it gets a bit... we have to figure out what is more useful. Okay, at the moment we're on defense of 4. Personally, I think stun resistance may be the best option there. And again, there's not as much defense here, so I'm basing off what we can find. And I'm going to have to say, we're going to go with recovery speed there. And here. Okay, so this should be our final. Defense boost plus 4, recovery speed plus 2. So which means we can recover quite quickly. Cat's not super important. Okay, so this is how you run the defense build. The main thing you should be looking for is here, skills. We got stun, speed eater, recovery up, attack boost, defense boost. So this is the defense one. All of them are running defense. So this mission is a Baroth. Really, I should have changed it to the Baby Deviljho thing. Mini Deviljho. That way I could have demonstrated a bit more on its defense. But this isn't the only way we're going to be keeping up our defense, because we're going to be eating as well. So we're going to be going up with defense medium. That looks good. Okay. So the Rocksteady Mantle, I should say. That's going to give us more defense. A lot harder to get injured. Not only that, it's also going to be making it so... I'll get that one first. Also making it so harder to get hurt. That's not a word. So when the monsters are going to notice us, which they are, it's going to make it so their roars aren't going to affect us. Personally, the best way to describe this, figure this one out, might be fighting a freaking Diablos if I can find it. But that'll do for now. This is only to demonstrate to you. So, there you go. Rocksteady Mantle. You can also counter-attack with the lance, so... Okay, so we're actually going to take a hit. Kind of needed to hit us to show the defense. Come on. There you go. Hardly any damage taken. Granted, I still am wearing that rock mantle. With the lance, it makes it a lot harder. Right, so you notice I do a lot of upward thrusts. Reason for that is, well, most monsters you'll be fighting are facing up, and their weak points are usually the head, tail, or back. See, if you notice us stabbing at the leg, I only did about 6 damage, whereas if I'm thrusting up, head on this one isn't going to work. So you want to be avoiding the head unless you're using weapons what can actually knock it. Okay, so running a defensive build like this can actually save you a lot of healers. Right. Because we know where it's going. Sharpen up the lance. Keep on moving. So a defensive build, in the long run, will give you more survivability. The trick to it is, you don't want to be playing too aggressive. And that was a mistake. But if you notice, the damage we're taking is minimal, even though the rock sturdy mantle is off. See? Just let it keep hitting us, make a good distraction for it. I mean, even if you're confident enough in your armor, you can run the Challenger. So that way, you can keep its attention, and with all your armor, I mean, lances are no small weapons. They do take skill. I can do that too. So again, because the rock sturdy mantle isn't on now, we're not shock resistant to its roar. We don't have to worry as much about getting hit. See how much stamina I lost there? Hardly anything. So we can just keep again, want to be avoiding its head. No Vespoids. Okay, so from what I remember, its weak point is actually its neck. There it is. Just there, where its arms and head on. See, with the counters as well, you can time it just right. It can be very handy in causing major damage. so. Oh, we picked up more speed. And I've realised we've lost sharpness. Picked up enough speed to catch it, but just ran out of sharpness. It's alright. So you notice I am not using my items so much. Mainly because I actually have no need for them. Like the shock trap and large barrel bombs, they would do a hell of a lot of damage to it. Make it a lot easier, but I'm just trying to demonstrate to you the defensive capabilities and how I can make it easier for you to play the game. Main one is, if you want to be hurting its head, you want to get it to run into things, and use a hammer. See, I can hurt it, but I'm not going to be able to cut through it. Whereas hammers can stun it and knock it over. Good for setting up a team. I saw a shiny, that means it's tried. Wyvern here. So we can actually stun it if we need to with the lance. I forget about that a few times. So if we want to, literally, instead of doing the counter attack, I can be a bit more offensive and hit it with the shield. Or we can charge it, of course. But again, that's not going to cause high damage. Especially when we can just thrust with the lance.
Alright, you completed the quest! Congrats!
Okay, and that is the defensive build for the beta. I hope I've been helpful. But again, if you want to be making defensive builds, offense builds, you want to be looking at the stats and looking what gives you attack, what gives you defense, as well as what's going to give you a weakness. It's like, this is a great defensive build, but if I'm against something like a Rathalos, what uses fire element, it's not going to work as well if I'm weak against fire. So you've got to work out what works best for you and what works best for the situation. So thank you for watching.